or you might know me as Banks from social media. Either way, I'm here to help you feel ready for your first ever in real life mat Pilates experience, or help you feel just a little more confident in your next class. Today we have a quick but effective full body reset, okay? Think hips, a little bit of core, and some spinal mobility. So without further ado, let me quit the yip yap and let's get into it. Let's get started laying down on our backs. We're going to have our feet flat on the mat, knees bent, arms down by our side. With our right leg, we're lifting up to tabletop and lowering back down. Using that exhale to lift. Inhale to lower. We want to stack that knee right over that hip. Try to get that shin parallel to the ceiling here. Try not to drop those heels down towards our tush. Giving a nice 90-degree angle right behind that knee. Just a few more here. Make sure we breathe. Feel that belly button draw closer to that spine on that exhale. Last one here. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lengthen that leg. We're flexing that foot, lowering down towards the mat. Exhale, lift back up. Flexing that foot on the way down, pointing that toe on the way up, working that ankle mobility here. Only going as low that we can go without arching that lower back, trying to find that lumbopelvic stability here. Breathing in through that nose, out through that mouth, finding that nice Pilates breath. We've got one more lower and lift right here, flexing that foot and pointing on the way up. Nice. Let's stretch out those hamstrings a little bit. Grabbing behind that knee. We're pulling that knee into our chest, bending and lengthening that leg here. The tighter we pull it in, the more of a stretch we're going to feel. Inhale as we bend. Exhale as we lengthen. One more just like this. And we hold and flex and point that foot. Let's warm up those ankles here. Exhale as we flex. Inhale as we point. Hold that point. We're lengthening that left leg, taking that right leg across our body. Feel that stretch of that outer leg here. On your next inhale, open up your leg over to the right here. I have my knee bent just because I didn't want to give you guys free toes all up in the camera, but feel free to keep that leg nice and straight. Breathing in through that nose, out through that mouth before we bring that leg up towards the ceiling. Left knee comes back to a bend. We're going for little circles here. Inhale, exhale, trying to keep those hips nice and sturdy. If you feel comfortable in this position, you can lengthen that left leg, pressing it into the mat here, trying to keep those circles only as big. That'll allow you to keep those hips sturdy. Now let's reverse. Inhale, exhale. You got it. Don't let those hips rock side to side. We're almost done here. Keep breathing. Last one. Start to lift that left leg off the ground. We're curling up, grabbing that calf or that hamstring. Pulse, pulse before we lower that right foot back down. Exhale, curl up, single straight leg stretch. Give me that pulse, pulse. Inhale, lower with control. You got it. Exhale, can you curl up just a little bit higher as you give me that pulse, pulse? Inhale, bring it back down. Lifting up through those ribs, trying to give me a little space between that chin and that chest. We don't want to overwork our neck here. Coming up on our last one, just like this. Before we lay it back down, let's take it all to the other side here. Nice. Feet come back to a bend. We're working that left leg now. Exhale as you lift. Inhale as you lower. Knee is right over that hip. Shins are parallel to the ceiling here. Feel the back of those ribs heavy on the mat. Nice neutral spine. We've got 2 more just like this. Last one. We're going to lengthen that leg, flex that foot, lower down to the mat. Point that toe as we lift back up. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we lift. Think about lowering and lifting with control, trying not to just fling that leg up or throw it down. We want to be really intentional about how we're moving our body right here in this moment. We're almost done. Keep breathing. Coming up on our last 2. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Last one, hold it here. Grab behind that hamstring, either above or below that knee. Finding that bend and lengthen here. Inhale as we bend. Exhale as we extend. Just 2 more like this. Last one. Hold here. Let's flex and point that foot. Exhale, flex. Inhale, point. Feel that calf waking up here. Last one here before we lengthen that right leg and take the left leg across our body. Feel that stretch of that outer leg here. Exhale, press a little deeper if you can. On your next inhale, we're opening up to the left. Feel that stretch of the inner thigh here. Breathing in through that nose, out through that mouth. Left knee comes back to center. Right knee comes back to a bend. We're shooting up towards the sky. Find those little circles here. Breathing in through that nose and out through that mouth. If this feels good, start to lengthen that right leg, pressing it into the mat as we find these circles. Before we reverse here, breathing into that nose, out through that mouth. You got it. We've done it all before. Working on that hip stability here. Last one. Before that right leg starts to float off, we're curling up, grabbing behind that calf and lowering back down. Exhale, curl up. Think about bringing that torso to your leg. Give me that pulse, and lower back down. Exhale, curl up, pulse. Inhale, lower. You got it. One more just like this. Curl up, pulse. And lower back down. Nice. Let's do a roll up here. Bring those knees to a bend. Arms come overhead. Nice inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck that chin to your chest as you roll up, lengthening those legs just to get you over that hump. And we're reaching for those toes. Feel that nice stretch forward. Exhale, start to round that spine. We're rolling back down to the ground. You can keep those legs straight or continue with that bend. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, tuck that chin to your chest, pressing those legs into the mat as we roll up and reach for those toes. Inhale, exhale, round that spine, rolling down to the mat, one bone at a time. Inhale, hands come overhead. Exhale, tuck that chin to your chest. We're rolling up, trying to keep those legs pushed into the mat and not let them lift like mine just did. Keep breathing here. On our next inhale, we're stacking one bone at a time. Hands come behind our head. Start to open that chest towards the sky. Exhale, reach forward for that rounding of your spine. Inhale, hands come behind your head. Open up that chest. Feel that arch of your spine. Exhale, reach those arms. Feel that nice rounding. Draw those shoulders away from your ears. Last time, let's grab some nice extension, hands behind your head, open up that chest, nice inhale. Exhale, bring those hands by your side here. Let's find a nice side stretch, reaching that right arm overhead, left hand on the ground. Send that right cheek down for that side stretch before we, on our next inhale, take it to the other side. Feel that right hand come down, left arm reaches over, left cheek pushes into the mat. Feel that nice side body stretch before we inhale, take it through center. Exhale, allow yourself to feel deeper into that stretch. One more time, take it to the other side. Before we inhale, bring it back through center. Let's find a spine twist. Zip those legs up. We're twisting over to the left. Give me a little pulse, pulse. Bring it back through center. Take it over to the right. Nice pulse, pulse. We want to be tall up on those sit bones here. Make sure we're not hunched over. If you find it hard to sit tall on those sit bones, bring those knees to a bend. Exhale, exhale like a sprinkler. Inhale, bring it through center. Exhale, exhale as we twist. Inhale, bring it back through center. One more time to the left. And we bring it back through center. Now let's find our seal. We'll come to the edge of our mat. Find that balance. Wrapping around our ankles. Give our feet a little clappy poo. Before we roll back onto those shoulders, clap and roll up and find our balance. Use that inhale to roll back, exhale to roll forward, squeezing those inner thighs for that clap. You got it. Last one, we cross those feet. Try to stand up here. You can use your hands to push you up. We're going to turn around, find our push-ups here. Circle those arms around. Tuck that chin to your chest as you dive towards the ground. Walking those hands out to our push-up position, whether those knees are down or you're on those toes. Arms by your side. We're bringing that chest to the ground and pushing back up. Inhale as we lower. Exhale as we push up. Grabbing those Pilates push-ups, arms close to our side here. Pushing up to that downward dog as we pedal out those legs. You know we have a few more rounds here. Pedal out those legs before we round, wave through that spine and grab a few more push-ups. 4, 2, and 3. Push up to that downward dog. Send those hips back, pedal out those legs. Wave through that spine. Last round here. We got 2 and 3. Send those hips back. Pedal out those legs. Lastly, let's bring it on to our knees here. We're going to grab some cat-cows, drop that belly down, head comes up. Feel that nice inhale. Exhale, round that spine, tucking that tailbone. Gaze comes towards your navel. Inhale, drop that belly button, head comes up. And exhale, round. We want those wrists underneath those shoulders, knees underneath those hips. Lastly, let's bring it back through neutral here. We're going to take my favorite, a poodle. Take that poodle tail in a circle. Get that top half in the mix here. Working out that core, working out that lower back. Inhale through that nose. Exhale through that mouth. And reverse. Inhaling, exhaling here, taking this time to cool our bodies down. And that is all she wrote, guys. Bye.
I hope today's full body reset was exactly what you needed to start your week, end your week, or when them people get on your nerves and you just need a couple minutes to yourself, okay? I've been there. As always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification so you can be notified whenever the edit drops a new flow, and subscribe to my email list, guys. You never know when I'm gonna pop up in the city near you, when I might have a free event, all little juicy insider deets that you don't want to miss. You know what I'm gonna say next. Everybody is a Pilates body, and I hope to see you in real life soon. Bye.